Guys, guys, is anyone joining? Guess not. So I guess it's proper for me to bring this channel to an end, this particular channel to an end. The reason for it is because sometimes when you start things like this, certain personalities, individuals don't have the ability to take a joke. They take themselves way too seriously. Now, without getting into too many details, unfortunately, how can I put this? I've always had problem with short Spanish men. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. That's okay. No. So honestly, I feel like the audience is in people that were invested, and so many people that came up to me and had a conversation that they need some type of explanation, not the BS one that I put into the Porsche chat groups, because that's not an area of controversy. It's not a place for me to blow up a whole conversation and cause division or anything like that. But if you subscribe, and if you subscribe to this channel, unfortunately, this channel was created by me. um, this concept was a dual creation between Javon and I. After Javon saw the videos and things that I put out for YouTube, because I've been on YouTube for over a decade, publishing content on fixing cars or repairing cars, and then my general charisma and ability to create and have fun. And between the two of us, it was a very, very fun thing, an idea that we brought. But honestly, I don't want to name shame or anything, but I just want to keep it to straight factual. The idea to have certain people on a show that caused end of it was not my decision. It was the decision of the person that was getting roasted. That person was fine with the content until the content was released, and I drove all the way down to Miami for an event. And that person decided to apparently get jealous or upset or whatever, for whatever reason, I don't know, was unable to take a joke or was unable to take what people were saying and became offended and started demanding that I do certain things on my channel, like take down videos without proper cause. But before they did that, though, they went home first and had a discussion with their family and got their family involved and then said it was jeopardizing their business and a bunch of other stuff. So, um, the thing about it is, I think the thing that really got me a little bit upset and heated, the whole entire time was listen, I worked in corporate America for over 20 years. I'm still a pretty young man, but I put 20 years in already. I know when there's something is someone else's idea and someone else's company, that you don't own the rights to those things necessarily. And not to say that he didn't own a part of the rights to the channel or anything, but to start making demands as if you are my boss when this is a creation of something that I did is very, I think, not the most respectful thing to do. And especially when you stem it from the fact that you became maybe a little bit jealous and upset because I seem to be somewhat popular, or maybe that's in my brain. I really don't know. All I can tell you is it's a very strange string of events. All of a sudden, I show up. People are hanging out, talk with me. People are kind of playing into the episode and calling you a certain name, which isn't really true, but we played it up for the drama, for the fun of it, for the fun. It was supposed to be funny, humor, comedy. That is a real thing. People get roasted, they get over it, but they don't sit up there and delete the content and try to hide it. But that person decided to become upset. I sensed the tension. I invited them even out after the event to something else. They left, went home, and then within an hour, all of a sudden, their wife has watched the over hour and 20-minute video and has a problem, and now is saying we have to remove it when she's not a part of that business at all. Now, any individual that knows that has a business and has a spouse, they know that your spouse does not get involved in your business. Furthermore, they know that once you start setting a precedence where other people get involved, then you mess up the flow, the ebbs, the comedy behind things, because no one feels free to say stuff. No one can be in the moment because their first thought or their secondary thought before they say something is, oh, who am I going to offend? What kind of implications this has? I begged for this not to happen, but it happened. So, you know, the thing is that I do draw hard lines, and it's extremely important at this particular stage in my life that I'm not going to be um, taken advantage of in a way where somebody takes something that's my concept and immediately starts to try to act like they are the boss of me and start telling me what to do. And then, very interestingly, when I left the channel originally and came back, then I took a week off. All of a sudden, everything about the channel changed. The logo, the location, the producer, and they're going to move forward with the whole, whatever. We're not going to get muddled in all the pleasantries of everything. But it really much is kind of feels like a history repeating itself where the black man gets stolen from and his idea is taken somewhere else. Hey, I didn't want to say that. I don't like to play the race card. I don't like to do anything that kind of stuff. But hey, I'm just being honest with you. I'm telling you the truth. That's what it really looked like. Oh, but you got canceled out. Oh, I didn't like the way you did this because generally, I feel inferior to you in some way that I can't really consciously comprehend and take in and blah, 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 which this is not my problem. This is your problem, but whatever. So, getting to the point though, while this show is ending, while this channel is ending, I am much, 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 much more excited for what I have developing. And this channel in particular is going to deal with what is called quantum conversation. Not so much quantum in science. We're not going to get all nerdy and stay there. But we're going to break down the conversation. We're going to break down information to a much smaller level and rebuild our true reality back into existence. Meaning we're going to take the time to approach different subjects, just not cars. I mean, listen, the concept is great, right? But to sit here week after week and have a conversation on Porsches and the Porsche community when it involves a car that's been made for the last 50 years and hasn't really changed that much is going to run out of subjects eventually. I mean, think about it. Okay, I won't go into any of their subjects, but community, which models to choose, what's your first Porsche, what you should move on to next to. This information is going to get old. And then, what repairs or what you should do next, the car does not change. So it's fundamentally not going to hold an audience very much longer. And the idea that I think that's when I kind of finally severed and cut ties, was that people loved the format that I had, the funny format, the raw format with the GIFs and the images and the laughters and the cuts. Well, when somebody mentioned it, and people mentioned that they were going to miss that, then it was said, which it didn't have to be said. Oh, well, we're going to bring those back anyway. So, you're just going to continue to steal my creativity. Oh, okay, yeah, no problem. So you can understand where all the initial idea came from, where the creativity, who created everything, where we can keep going, and then where it's going to go now with same subject, boring. Jay Leno type music for the intro, cuts that, we listen. Okay, I don't want to rag on the idea anymore, but I'm just saying the reason I chose the format that I chose is because it gets outside of the normal realm of the car enthusiast who watches videos on YouTube, right? You can go on YouTube anytime and see 3 or 4 guys driving around with a few still images or a few clips of cars and some generic back music, and they want to talk about their purchase and what they have. It's Diamond does thousands of videos out there, okay? And actually, they're pretty darn boring. Matter of fact, I don't watch them anymore. I don't watch them. They're annoying. They're like, oh, okay, who wants to see Doug talk about the new 993 that I bought and how much I loved it as a kid, and now I have it. Let me explain all the chords and features of it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares. Only people that really care about it, I will tell you this. The Top Gear, right? When it went to Grand Tour and it shifted so much from doing car reviews to actual friendships, to thought processes, to traveling through Mongolia, to opening up the mind. The real idea that we're talking about here is knowledge transfer, is opening up the brain. That's what releases the endorphins. Not talking about the same subject week after week about what people already know about their own cars. Discovering the unknown, especially when it comes to thoughts and ideas and concepts and realities that we didn't know, or things that we thought we knew, but as we break them down to a quantum level, as a much smaller level, we can understand that there probably are some assumptions that we've made, that we built this reasoning on, that we may have to adjust and rethink, and therefore we can explore different out-of-the-box concepts. Right? So, I'm saying this to say, yes, it is with a heavy heart. It was not everyone in the group, not by far. That that you know, the group had to make a decision. They just decided to go that way. That's fine. I made the rule. Listen, before this all went down, I told them very clearly what my standards are. These are my standards. And they decided to go with the person without the creative ability, without the knowledge, and without the experience on an online platform to do it. And hey, you can do that, but like, hey, I mean, all I was trying to do was be an honest hearted person and share with you along the way of growing into something much bigger. But I just want to say to the viewers out there, in my creative videos and channel, Quantum Convo, there will still be gifts. There will still be funny things. And it won't be this JR all by myself. Cue it. No, I don't have it because I can't play that. Now, on this channel also, there will be people that I will guest star, especially friends of old, different other sets of people, newer people that I've met in Tampa that I've gotten to know, good friendships. I think I'm going to have a couple of guys on here to explain their perspective. I haven't asked them yet, but here's your official. I'm going to try to get my boy Gerald up here. I'm going to try to also get one of my other good friends. He's my headhunter that's got me a past couple of jobs. We're supposed to be starting a business pretty soon together, and we're gonna roll tide with it. I'm gonna try to get some people from the back. You know, the guys that I play on the basketball group with. You don't even know who all these guys really are and what they do. I want to bring some of those people up here too. I got friends upon friends. I got artists. I got people that I know, and I really want to talk about different types of subjects, open the mind, explore the thought. Because I think in this world so much, and especially I'm going to refer to even recent news events and things that happen, I find that people rely on one source of data to draw a conclusion. Or and that one source of data may have a mainstream Fox or whoever else. And let me tell you something too. I'm not a libertarian. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm not. I am just a common sense person. I am just a mathematical. Let's attack a problem and let's problem solve and let's figure it out. And that's also really important. But the point is not to make the conclusion for someone or to anyone. It is only to present the facts. And we don't want to, we're not some people, we're not going to prevent anything. But when you present the facts and you align the facts and you, I would say, suggest certain pathogens or pathways to how these things can be correlated, right? Then you can start to understand, see a level of truth. And then on top of it, it's up to you in the comment sections and other places to tell me, hey, I'm completely wrong. Why not? I'm not that type of person that gets offended where I'm going to be like, no. So I just want to say, everybody that did watch this channel, in particular, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for the comments, the laughs, the joy. And please look forward to new content and go ahead and subscribe. I'll be sending some more information out on that particular channel. Again, Quantum Convo. You can already find it on YouTube. It just doesn't have videos yet. Videos coming soon. And also advertising and such on my personal channels going forward. Thank you. Take care, guys. And salute.